Be here to inhale that supernatural fragrance. What's a man and a woman? What's stronger than a woman and a man? Nothing stronger than a woman with the mind of a woman and a man with the mind of a man. Except a god and a goddess. Nothing conquers a god and a goddess. When the whole world grasps this concept, I promise the world is gonna see progress. Perfection pursued, perfection is you. You rockin' that new Lotus crew. I see what you doing, I like how you do it. Can I do it with you too? You see all these bitches keep coming and coming, but they know to go just as soon as I come. I give them a choke like my hand is a rope, then I bust in their throat just as soon as I'm done. But you take my hand and start our esoteric ritual. I close my eyes and I relax as I envision you. When I get questions about religion, I might mention you. I put my faith in you, you gave me something spiritual. You part your thighs and arch your back, it's such a miracle. You close your eyes and get to chant, it's something spiritual. Elevate to heaven, levitate to something spiritual. Levitate to heaven, let me into something spiritual.
You gave me something spiritual. Without you things would be so difficult. I once was lost but now found. You swept me straight up from the ground. And now I'm soaring to the sky. Your spirit's in me so I think I can fly. Stop the music, no, I'd rather die. Stop the music, no, I'd rather die.
Are we close enough? Vessels tighten as the blood rush. Can't see with my first two, but you sure open that third up. And she know I did work it from 7 up, from the lowest one to the highest up. Like every time she ride my dick, my chakras go into alignment. Deep breath, rest on me, good energy from your respiratory. Silence, this is prayer, our ritual, my ceremony. You see all these bitches keep coming and coming, but they know to go just as soon as I come. I give them a choke like my hand is a rope, then I bust in their throat just as soon as I'm done. But you take my hand and start our esoteric ritual. I close my eyes and I relax as I envision you. When I get questions about religion, I might mention you. I put my faith in you, you gave me something spiritual. You part your thighs and arch your back, it's such a miracle. You close your eyes and get to chant, it's something spiritual. Elevate to heaven, levitate to something spiritual. Levitate to heaven, let me into something spiritual. Just wanna lift you up. 762, yo.
Oh, more, oh, soon. Girl, I love the things you do. Oh, more, oh, soon. Child of oh, soon. Oh, more, oh, soon. I never turn my back to you. Oh, more, oh, soon. Child of oh, soon. Breathe deeply. This air is ours, we could breathe freely. Focused in a time and space where only you can see me. Infinite space beyond our lands and the end of the galaxy. Not an inch between where I am and where I'd rather be. Without gravity, baby, you attracted me. I pray you stay attached to me. You see we growing rapidly, cause we evolve. Our spirits energized. Two twin flames magnetized, staring eye to eye. Only two, got the wave like Oloku. You're a daughter of Oshun, you shine under the fullest moon. Mojubai Kunkun, Mojubai Beoru, Mojubai Sheshe, Baolo Dumare. Oh, more, oh, soon. Girl, I love the things you do. Oh, more, oh, soon. Child of Oshun. Oh, more, oh, soon. I never turn my back to you.
Give thanks to the goddess, give thanks to the queens, give thanks to the mothers, and give thanks to the lovers. Bigger than us, in the goddess we trust. Mark her head to Oshun in the Ifa dust. She's a sensual, beautiful, caramel skin, beads wrapped around the waist, tribal marks on the face. Through the eyes of Odu, Ire was given to us. No stress, we blessed, they're gon' walking with us. I love you.
Child of Ocean.
What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Alua Femi, and we are out here in Illinois, guys. And we had a special guest, but I got on here a little late today, so they had some prior engagements. So hopefully, we'll be able to touch bases with our special guest at a later date. Hopefully tomorrow, if I'm not too busy, because I do this on the side, for you guys. So my biggest thing is I want to answer and ask the tough questions and get the tough answers with no filter, so that you guys have a better understanding of life and where we need to get to, so that we can have the best total overall outcome and also be our authentic selves, guys. So in episode 4, the masks we wear and exploring deception and self-truths in our relationships, right? And everybody in relationships, they try to wear a mask, so people don't necessarily know their true identity until they're knee deep in the relationship. Some of you guys might know or have saw what's going on with your boy Travis Hunter, right? And some people see and some people don't see, right? But there's kind of a little mask that has been dropped a little bit, and we all know when we young, we don't necessarily see things. We might see them from at a different perspective, and we're not in that relationship, so we can't judge. We can only see from the outside looking in, and we don't know when they started and the different things that they're dealing with as a combined unit. But hey, we can look and we can see, but not everything is what it seems. So we're going to ask these questions, and we're going to give my responses to these questions that we have, and we will continue our conversation. So here is one question, guys. What lies have you told yourself about who you are in the relationship, and how those lies have shaped your actions? So asking that question, what lies have you told yourself about who you are in the relationship, and how those lies have shaped your actions? Well, ask yourself, are you really your authentic self when you meet somebody? Ask yourself, are you half-assing it? Are you half-assing it? Are you telling the truth? Are you being authentic? Or are you trying to get the person to know you before you, let it all hang out? And I think a lot of people kind of put a mask on. They don't want to let everything hang out because they don't know if the person's really into them. They want to be scared. They want to be, kind of deceptive. But at the end, it kind of harms you because you weren't authentic. You weren't truthful in the beginning. So I would always say that you don't want to hide who you are. Be who you are. Don't be fake. Don't be phony. Be real. Be your authentic self. And then it's up to the person that you're with to love you regardless. And if you're upfront and honest from jump, then you have nothing to worry about. But everybody wants to, be sneaky and hide behind masks and things of that nature. Don't hide. Be authentic. Be your true self, and you'll get a lot farther down the road, and people will respect you more if you're authentic and you are true to who you really are. No need to be fake. So another question is, guys, are you more afraid of being honest with yourself or being honest with your partner? So if you're honest with yourself, I think you'll be honest with your partner. If you have challenges in certain areas and you don't tell them about the challenges that you have in certain areas, how can they help you? In a relationship, your partner is supposed to be the yin to your yang. Your partner is supposed to, iron is supposed to sharpen iron, right? So if I'm not strong in one area, it would be better for me to explain it to my spouse that I'm not strong in this area, and maybe she's a little bit stronger in that area, so that you can focus, put your trust in your trust in her to help you get stronger in that area, so that you can be strong together, right? And there might be an area that she's not so strong in that you're strong in, and then she can put that on you, and you guys vice versa, and now iron is sharpening iron. A lot of people don't necessarily want to be authentic in that. They get afraid, they get scared, they don't want to be embarrassed, they have an ego. And what does the ego stand for? Easing God out. That's what ego stands for. Don't want to have that ego. Be authentic. Don't ease God out, and rock out and be good and be happy. You'll find that the more authentic you are with yourself, the more happier you will be. The more authentic you are with your spouse and your person, the more happier you will be. You won't have any burdens or anything like that. Here's another question. All right. What part of your truth do you feel would make someone love you less if they knew it? That's a question that you ask. What part of your truth are you more afraid of? So what part of your truth do you feel would make someone love you less if you knew it? I think that if somebody knew their truth and then they didn't love you for your truth, I mean, what does that say about themselves? I think you have to be open and honest. And it all comes about being honest. It all comes to being authentic. It also comes to being truthful. And so many different relationships come down to lies, deceit, deception, cheating, not telling you that this is wrong in the relationships. I mean, what leads to cheating? Not being open, not being honest, what you're not getting, or maybe you're not good at a certain thing. You can try to, mask it, but can mask it for so long. So it's better to be honest, tell the truth. And if they don't love you with you telling them the truth, then they're not for you. Sometimes love's a little hard to get to. Sometimes it can take take time to get to it. Really, it can take time to get to it. So I mean that question. I don't think you're gonna lose love. I think people lose love when they are inauthentic. And when you're inauthentic, you fake, you're phony, you're not real. That makes you slimy and nasty, like real talk. So, question 4. Have you ever stayed in a relationship knowing it wasn't right for you, or what kept you there? I think that question has a lot of different responses to it, but I think most people stay in relationships because they think that they can fix the relationship. They can change the relationship. They can turn the corner of the relationship. I think that a lot of people stay in relationships that they don't want to be in anymore because they're afraid of what might be out there. You know, they don't want to go through the trials and tribulations of trying to find another person, getting to know another person, getting to into a relationship, talking, dating, getting, like, that's a headache in most cases. So I think that people just choose to stay and they think that it's going to get better down the road, but it can, and sometimes it can't. It's just a matter of how much work you're willing to put into that relationship, because every relationship that breaks up, there's a reason, and some people don't want to take accountability for those reasons. And our special guest that we'll have maybe tomorrow, it depends on what my schedule looks like. It depends on what her schedule looks like. We're going to talk about accountability and why certain relationships end, because there's some accountability that is not taken. And a lot of it is not on us, the men, it's on the females. But like Kevin Samuels used to say, he said, accountability is like women's kryptonite. And they hold men accountable, but it's a soft little spongy floor where women don't necessarily get held accountable for all the things that men get held accountable for. Why is that? It's not saying that it's bad. It's not like bash women or anything. Love me some women. I love me some brothers, some sisters. Love me some sisters. Like the brothers be out here trying to do the right thing, and sometimes the culprit is the sister. She's not doing all the right things. So it's a give and take. Some of the men are wrong, and some of the women are wrong too. It's the accountability aspect and who's taking accountability. And if accountability is taken on both sides, boy, you guys are going to have a great relationship. You have to have accountability. That is the main thing. Accountability. All right. So, question number 5, guys. How often do you use silence or avoidance as your form of discipline or deception? I should say discipline or deception. How often do you use silence or avoidance as a form of deception? I think that giving somebody the silent treatment can be powerful, but also can be hurtful at the same time. Like, I don't want to talk to you, or you just ignore them. In the middle of a conversation, you just go quiet. Like, oh, and then they say, oh, I'm thinking, I'm listening to you. No, you're just kind of ignoring me. So I think that there's probably a 50-50 with that. Not having the conversation, given the silent treatment, or just avoiding the conflict. I think my mother-in-law used to say, and she still say, she's 81, she got some wisdom there. She would say that if you cover the devil's head, his feet are going to show, and if you cover his feet, his head's going to show. So it's like, if you have an issue, it's going to be like the elephant in the room. You can't hide that elephant. You can continue to brush it underneath a rug, and eventually that rug is going to have a big old mound this big until you start digging through and clearing out that rug. The only way you're going to get to having a successful relationship is dealing with the issues and the challenges as they come head on, and stop brushing them underneath the rug. I mean, that's what it is. That's what it is. All right. Question number 6. Do you believe you've ever been manipulative in your relationship, even if unintentionally that wasn't your motive? Like, have I ever tried to be manipulative? No. I think that being manipulative doesn't get you doesn't get you anywhere. Manipulating people doesn't get you anywhere. It just brings that boomerang back at you, like expeditiously back at you. I think being truthful, being righteous, being upright, kind of like Job, I think that that's the best thing. Having good character, I think that that's the best thing that you can do. Manipulating people, getting them to do what you want, eventually, like, that doesn't get you anywhere. You're going to isolate yourself. Manipulating people, eventually, once they figure out that you're manipulating them, they're going to not want to deal with you, because they're always going to think you're trying to manipulate them. Manipulation is selfishness, and you don't have to manipulate people to get people to help you. You just be honest and tell them the truth. And sometimes the truth is a little hard to digest, but I'd rather tell you the undigestible truth than me try to manipulate you or get you to give me something that I just want to use for my own selfish gain, unless something stupid's happening. But you never know what somebody's going through, because so many people dismiss people for no apparent reason because they think that they know, and that's an opinion. Stop going off of your damn opinion and listen to people from their heart, from their soul, and then you have an understanding of where you can fit in to help them in their situation if you choose to. Number 7, what is the biggest lie you've accepted from someone else to keep the peace, and how did it affect you? The biggest lie? I think that the biggest lie that I was ever told was that someone loved me, and then they did everything in their power to show me that they didn't. And I accepted it because I didn't want to believe it. And I think that in any situation, in any life situation, you realize somebody, if somebody loves you, generally cares about you, you won't necessarily have to ask them for anything. You can express to them what you're dealing with. And a person that's in good alignment and knows that you have good intentions and that knows that you are not out here drinking, killing, stealing, destroying, hurting people, any of those things, they're gonna help you. But if they tell you that they love you, right, and you're doing everything that you can to be supportive to them, but then in your time of need, they slam the door in your face, and they do some egregious shit to you. I mean, I think that hurts more because you told yourself a lie that they loved you, and they really didn't, and then they were inauthentic. I'd rather you tell me you don't care for me than you parade around that you say that you do. Tell me you don't care for me, and I'll be like, all right, cool, and I'll keep it pushing. But lies and deceit, man, like that's just something I don't care too much for. And there's a lot of things I don't stand for. And people that know me, I'm upfront. I don't care for cheaters. I don't care for people that are dishonest, and I don't care for people that judge somebody off of the situation that they're going through, because you do not know why they're going through that and what is the reason why they're going through that. And if you're in position and Most High puts you in a position for them to tell you what's going on, and you know what's going on, and you sit there and be like, yeah, sorry, and you tell them what you got going on, but you know that they dealing with this, but you put it in their face that your life is going so much better, but you know that they're going through stuff, like, you're a little insensitive. If Most High put you in position to be able to help somebody, you better help them to your best of your ability. Doesn't always mean money. Sometimes it might be just a listening ear, a shoulder to rest your head on. I got you here. You need some food here. You need something. You need something, as opposed to just being like, oh, it sucks to be you. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm gonna pray for you. Prayer, fine. You're gonna pray for me, but at the moment, I need a little support, just a little bit, to help me through the tough time. Some people don't have that. It's sad. You love somebody, you care about somebody, and you're there for them and you show up for them. But when they have the opportunity to show up for you, they tell you it's tough love or something stupid. Just my thoughts. Question 8, guys. All right. When was the last time you held back an apology, accountability, because made you feel too vulnerable? If I'm wrong, I will apologize. I don't have to hold nothing back, but I will hold an apology back if I feel like you did me wrong. If you did me wrong and I'm big enough to come back and say, you know what, I apologize, I didn't know how it was landing with you, that makes me bigger. Makes me a bigger person, because I was able to dig down deep in myself to say, you know what, this is where I screwed up. This is where I effed up. And I apologize. But I may hold my apology back because I need you to understand what you did wrong first before I come back and say something. So if I did nothing wrong to you, and you don't know that you said some off the wall BS crap, what am I apologizing for? I didn't say the bullshit to you. You said the bullshit to me. But being the bigger man, right? Understanding and really, when you really understand taking yourself and putting yourself in somebody else's shoes, and you really understand what that means, you'll have a better understanding of how you come off, and then that person has a better understanding of how you come off. You have to be able to take yourself out of yourself and put yourself in somebody else's shoes, and you'll be able to understand how they truly feel about the situation. Until you can physically do that, you won't know. But me apologizing, I'm gonna hold back my apology because I feel like I didn't do nothing to you. And if my actions have shown that I did nothing to you to deserve the treatment that you gave me, I'm gonna be waiting years for your apology. And you'll be waiting for years for mine. And I would have been like, well, I'm sorry, but because you're stubborn, you're not gonna get an apology. It's all about what you did, not necessarily what I did. I can be accountable for my actions. Can you be accountable for yours? That's the question. Can you be accountable for your actions? Makes you think. All right. Question 9, guys. How do you know when you're being honest with yourself versus convincing yourself to convert the story? I'm always honest with myself. Now, some people say you're not honest with yourself and you're just, da 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 da. I think honesty is the best medicine. Some people don't like honesty. Some people, that honesty pill is big. It's like a horse pill, horse tranquilizer. It's big and it's long and it's hard to go down. Wait, pause. um, so you honesty. You need to be honest. Honesty is the best policy, guys. Being honest, it destroys a lot of different things. If you're not honest, who wants to be around an honest person? That's like if I leave $100 on this table for a tip, are you gonna take? If I leave 250s and I walk away and it's $100 for a waitress and you short on dollars, are you gonna take the $50 from the waitress and make it? Oh, she only got 50. Who are you stealing from? Who are you stealing from? So here is another question. So, number 6, do you believe you've ever been manipulated in your relationship, even unintentionally? What was the motive? Have I ever been manipulated in a relationship? Manipulation comes in, different forms. I think I don't ever necessarily be manipulated because it's something that I want to do. If you want to do something for somebody, did they manipulate you to? If you want to help somebody and they're telling you this, did they manipulate you to do it? Or are you just doing it? Sometimes Most High will send you a message. He'll say, man, I need you to handle that. And you'd be like, what you mean? Like, he's like, I need you to handle that. And you're like, nah. You say nah to God, like, nah. That's like telling, you rocking with one of your Orishas, right? And he come down, he posts up, he sits down on your bed. He's like, yo, bruh, I need you to handle that. And you're like, nah, nigga, I ain't handle it. He's gonna look at you like, what? Just in a certain sense, and this is my mindset, guys. Everything is like a real person, but it's funny because I have a sense of humor, and it's different than some other people's sense of humor, right? But to me, these are like regular people, right? Regular people that you just physically can't see, right? So, in the morning, I'm rocking, getting the rock out, and getting ready to drive on my road. Who you think I'm posting up with? Having my nice coffee with. I'm like, hey, shit, what's good, man? How was your night? You have a good night? Carrying all those prayers and carrying all those things. You had a good night? Here, take some coffee. And he slides his coffee out, drinks some coffee, and me and him enjoy some coffee. I mean, it's like a person that you're talking to, just like if you guys watch the Jamie Foxx comedy, he had a whole conversation with God. Like, God's like, who? He's like, Jay, who? Who? Like, back and forth. But did you realize that he was gone for like 20 days? He said it. He didn't realize it in the process of him saying it that he was having a whole conversation with God, and he was gone for 20 days. He wasn't even in his body, and then he bang came back. Our time is not our time. It's but a second to him. So you got to understand that, like, having conversations, being authentic, being real, like, I would rather be real than fake. I would rather be upfront and be honest with you than go through the trials and the tribulations and the stress and just the waste of my damn energy being fake. Like, that don't jive with me. That don't jive with me. So as far as manipulation, I don't think you're manipulated. I think that you're told, I need you to handle that, or you're told, nah, don't handle that. I think that that's where that comes from. So number 7, what is the biggest lie you have? Oh, I've already said that. We're on question 8, guys. Question 8. Oh no, I'm sorry. Not 8, 9. So, how do you know when you're being honest with yourself versus convincing yourself of the story? I think we did that one too. Maybe we're on 10 because we've been running for like 30 minutes. I think we're on 10. So, 10th question, guys, of the night is, if your partner could hear your innermost thoughts, what what's one thing they'd be shocked to learn? If my wife could hear my innermost thoughts, ooh, honestly, I think if she could hear my innermost thoughts, I think my innermost thoughts would be, I don't understand how, and this is just me being personal. I'll be real. Keep it a buck with you. How somebody that loves hard, that loves his mom, loves his dad, loves his sister, loves his nieces, loves his nephews, loves his wife, loves his mother-in-law, loves his sister-in-law, loves his brother-in-law, loves his cousins, generally loves them, loves the little kids. You know, I got two grandkids now. I got a stepson. I got a bio son, whatever you want to call it. They're all my kids, man. Um, I don't care too much for titles. Um, how you can love somebody so much and love people so much that you get hurt so much. How you can do the most and want to be there for that person because you know how that feels at the end of the day. How you know how it feels to be rejected. How you know how it feels when you don't have $20 to go get put gas in your car, or how it feels to, you know, want to go do something and you ain't got the bread, or you have nieces and nephews and they can't afford to get their kid a PlayStation 5, and you ask your son, "Hey, is it cool if we split this money up and we go get something, we get the other little man so he has a PlayStation 5, and so all the kids can play together and not one kid is left out because the kids didn't ask to be here." And I know how it feels to be the kid that doesn't have. And I would give to have somebody that was thinking of me in that way and didn't care about the money, but cared about me that way, to where I could be like, here's a PlayStation 5, and I can go to the pawn shop and buy another one. And so they all could grow up together and have a good time playing video games together, and not one of them was left out. I think that that's the hardest thing. Is it to love people that don't necessarily love you back, and you love them unconditionally. You love them hard enough for them to feel it, and you go above and beyond yourself because you know it's the right thing to do. And when you really when you really get an understanding of this world, and you really get an understanding of energies and money and relationships and family and friends, you'll start to realize that people are more selfish for over self gain. And out here, you know, and me and their special guest got too late so that they weren't available at the moment. Um, the conversation that we had, I guess you could say pre broadcast, was we were talking about accountability, and we were talking about truth and honesty and being upfront, and how people get a little bit of knowledge. People get connected with spirit teams, and they get knowledge, and they learn rituals, and they do all types of things. But they immediately go left. Immediately go left. And then you ask yourself, why did they go left? If I have the ability, if I have within me and I have the resources to change somebody's life, I'm making generosity like a video game. I'm going to make generosity look like I'm going to put a whole new meaning to the word generosity. Like, you're going to look up the word generosity in the dictionary and they're going to scratch out the old meaning and it's going to have my new meaning, because I feel that you can change somebody's life just by being a part of their life, showing them something that they never saw before. Things that are in your mind, take it out of your mind and make it a reality just by being around a person that thinks like that. You tell me, like, I tell people, I said, you got to be careful what you tell me. You got to be careful, within reason. You got to be careful, because I'm the type of person that wants to make that become a reality. I'm the type of person, my wife say to me, well, hun, I want to go to Dubai. Okay. I'm the type of how much the tickets cost. Where are we going to stay? What I need you to do is I need you to find a hotel. I need you to find the rental car. I'm going to find a flight. When do you want to go? Let me look at how much things cost. Let me look at how much money I'm going to have to put aside. We're going to go with this day. Okay, I got to work this. I got to put this. I will make your shit become a reality because you spoke it. Action. So many people don't believe that things are possible. I'm telling you, everything is freaking possible. It's just a matter of how much emphasis and how much energy you are going to put on what you want to become a reality. Everything is possible. You have to have a definiteness of purpose and you have to be ready to go 150% of what you want. If you are not willing to go 150% of what you want, then don't do it. Same with a relationship. If you're going to be in a relationship, be in it 150%. Don't slack, don't hold back, go hard. And I'm not just go hard for that relationship. No holds bar. Be real, be authentic, love hard, ooze that love, right? Ooze it. Because if you're fake and you're phony, you're not only being fake, you're also not telling the truth. And what do they say? The truth will set you free. Do unto others as you would like them to do unto you. If you do it, you get it. But people that are selfish, narcissistic, self-righteous, have an ego, are worried about the money that they're going to give away because they're being selfish. I'll tell you a story. And this is a true story. So I was in North Carolina. And then before I get out of here. It's in North Carolina. For those truck drivers that know, it's right outside of Charlotte. I was at a Pilot. It's right next to a gentleman's club. So I pull in. I'm having a good day. I'm listening to my music. I'm having a great day. Just a great day. So I pull in, and anybody knows a truck stop, you pull in and you park. I pull into the last aisle because I'm about to go in and go to the restroom, stuff like that. So get in there. I pull forward. Now, this happens to me all the time, guys. All the time. But today's a little different. So I pull in and I park. And I'm, rustling around, getting my wallet, stuff like that. Right? And I see this guy come out of the truck stop. And it's like something told him to come over and talk to me. Happens to me all the time. Well, it used to. Doesn't happen as much anymore. But it still does every now and again. Different messages, different assignments. The assignments have changed. People still do it. The assignment has changed. So he comes up to me. And he's like, hey, brother, do you got any dollars that you can spare? Now, I don't carry dollars on me, right? But before he came over, a little voice whispered to me. True story. It said, give that man $100. It's like, okay. I don't question it when I hear it. I just do it, whatever. Okay. So he asked me, he's like, hey, brother, you have any dollars that you can spare? I'm like, man, I don't have any money, But I said, do you have Cash App? He's like, yeah, I got Cash App. Now, mind you, guys, I'm judging this guy, right? So I'm looking at him, and he's a black brother, bald head, clear white teeth. Like he's homeless guy, clear white teeth, bald head, kind of muscular, pasty white teeth. I'm like, just looking at him, like, bald head. And he's like, yeah, brother, you have a couple dollars. Da, da, da. I'm like, and I'm looking him up and down. But I remember the voice in the back of my head said, give this man $100. So, okay. So he gives me his Cash App, right? And I remember looking now, he's got nice jeans on, and look down at his shoes. He's got some decent shoes on, whatever. Now, mind you, I'm surveying, I look around, I don't see nothing. Just talking to him, right? Here's where it gets a little weird. So I take his Cash App. I am facing this way. Sitting in my driver's seat, I am facing this way. He gives me his Cash App. And I say, yeah, man, I'll send you something. Don't worry, I'll send you something. He's like, all right, man, thank you. He is walking back this way. Now, I'm in a semi, right? 53-foot trailer, 53 feet. So I can see the man in my mirror. I'm sitting in the seat. I can physically see him in my mirror. So I get on my phone. Have this phone. Get on my phone, and I put 120.20. Hey, bloop. I send it. So I'm watching in real time in my mirror him getting this $100 that Mosai told me to send to him. Now, what homeless person is walking back to you? What person is walking back to you? This man walked back to me. He was going this way. He then turned around and walked back to me. I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, he's walking back. I'm like, what that? I'm like, what? Most people not caring that $100, but whatever, right? He's walking back to me. He walks back to me. And I said, what's up, man? He's like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah, man. We brothers out here, Be blessed, bro. We out here together. He's like, he's serious. And this grown man starts teary-eyed. Brolic dude started teary-eyed. He was walking this way. He turns around and walks that way. When I tell you guys, I did this, and he was gone. I looked down for a second. He was gone. And I was trying to figure out, maybe he went around a corner, maybe he hopped in a car, maybe he went around the block, maybe he was walking down the street. Y'all, there was nothing there. There was no cars leaving. I kind of looked around. When I went in, looked in the store, didn't see nobody in the store, went to the bathroom, came out, maybe he was walking. It's nothing. The next day, what I was believing God for came through. Now, I'm a firm believer that it was one of my spirit angels testing me, whatever. Firm believer in that. But what I did is I created a picture of what the guy would look like. And when I tell you, it looked exactly like him down to the facial features. Like, bro. So when it comes to relationships, when it comes to anything that you're asking for, I will tell you that do unto others as you would like them to do unto you. Love unconditionally. Be honest. Be upright. have some morals and have good character. People are going to do you wrong. People are going to throw dirt on your name. But at the end of the day, what it says in the good book, it says in the Bible, vengeance is mine, says the Lord, right? And they go through extreme lengths to make it seem like he doesn't exist. Angels don't exist. Angels don't exist. Any of those things. But I'm here to tell you, I have some videos where I should not have been here that I've posted on my Facebook a few times. I remember one time my high pressure fuel line in my old truck came loose, and I'm driving down the highway. Just take one match, and I'm no more me. In Memphis, Tennessee, a lady loses control in front of me, and it's like, nah, not your time. Like, you physically almost see, like, one of your angels coming through and saying, nah, because people do things and they don't know that there's collateral damage. You have to understand, you do things, other people are gonna be at like in war, like, what's the word? Friendly fire. That's why you gotta be careful. There's a consequence for every action. It's better to be nice and loving and caring and understanding than be ruthless, heartless, narcissistic, and asshole. Because the consequences, I'm afraid of the damn consequences. I would rather be right than the consequences, because them consequences suck ass. Really, they do. But that was a true story. Really did happen to me in North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. And that's why I try to be me. I try to love unconditionally, even when I get treated really badly. Try to be respectful, and I try to show up where I feel like other people would have. I try to show up where people didn't show up for me. I would never want a child, to feel unloved because their parent can't do something. I'm not trying to show up or show out. I'm just doing because the little kid or the kids didn't ask to be here. People that talk about Egg Bay and people talk about spirit team. What makes what makes your spirit team happy is when you do things out of love, they show you respect, and they be sitting there being like, that's my guy. They play it on a big ass screen. Real talk. All right, guys, it's getting late. I appreciate you guys tuning in for episode 4, The Masks We Wear, and exploring deception and self-truth in relationships. Do me a favor, guys. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys go check out at the very bottom, Create Freedom Academy Facebook group. Make sure you apply to get in. We have a bunch of knowledge that comes into that. Me and Coach Charles Floyd. If you need help in your relationships, you can reach out to me in there, as well as you can reach out to me in my inbox. Can chop it up. Love to help you. Love to get to know you, because we're all out here. We all need help. We all need somebody that we can lean on when we're going through trials and tribulations. That's what I want to be for people. I do this because I want to be here for people, because I didn't have people to be here for me. I had a few. And because I had a few, I want to be the person that's there for many. Also, guys, you can, if you want to reach out to Coach Floyd, you can. You want to throw him something for some coaching sessions, his Cash App is there at below, as well as mine here if you want to donate to the channel as well, guys. And like I said, join Create Freedom Academy's Facebook group so you guys can get access to a bunch of wealth and information, and you guys will be able to see our challenges that we come up with. And we got a lot of stuff that's getting ready to come up in 2025, guys. 2025 is going to be amazing for us, right? So I'm going to leave you guys out here with Infinite, and I hope you guys have a great and wonderful evening. Be blessed and less stressed.
Now look at me, Looking ahead at all the memories. Yeah. Imagine me, imagining you, imagining me. Attaining peace, you gotta sit still to be crowned as king. Oh my God, I'm in my flow state. I found God and now I know me. Brand new mode, I'm in my own lane. Those who know, you know they don't say. Those who say they know don't know a thing. My eyes closed, but I still see the way. Come home, I heard a sweet voice say, when I get the call, I'll be on the way. My spirit flying high in multicolored rain. Set my spirit flying high, I'm going up again. Infinite energy, eternity flow. Go round and round and around we go. Limitless expansion of my soul. Go round and round and around I go. Infinite energy, eternity flow. Go round and round and around we go. Limitless expansion of my soul. Go round and round and around I go. Oh my God, I never felt this. I found God and then I found peace. Behind those stars is where you'll find me. I'm at home inside my own dreams. Those who say they know don't know a thing. My eyes closed, but I still see the way. Come home, I heard a sweet voice say, when I get the call, I'll be on the way. I'm in the present, right between the future and the past. Gotta hold on tight, cause I'm going fast. Infinite energy, eternity